Okay, so once you've defined the point of interference, the quickest decision you need to then make is specifically which rule. Is it contact or obstruction? Well, it's not hard to figure out. Contact is where it is physically touching one player to another, obstruction isn't. Now, as soon as you define which of the major rules it is, you've then got to work out which of the four versions. Now, it's pretty easy to actually figure out by process of elimination. Contact on the ball is an obvious one, it's easy to look at. And then you've got contact causing. That's also actually quite easy to look at because you're looking at a play with their intention and how they're trying to set themselves up in a way against their own opponent, hoping that if they cause their opponent to contact them and they take a hit, that they'll get a call in their favour and they can get the ball. Well, that's not how contact works. So that's the causing. And then your soft and hard contacts. You have to define exactly which part of the limbs and how the action occurred, and you're looking for the cause and effect. Then it comes to obstruction, if that's the actual solution the decision that you've made in a point of interference. We won't go into all the details here, but just the titles alone, because they do have a little bit more detail that Jared does on another page. But what you need to then do is, first of all, quickly define, is it obstruction with a person involved holding a ball or without the ball? So that's one of the two versions. Or then you've got obstruction with holding a player in a way that is not permitted legally, which we go into much further detail. And then the last one, which is not one of either of those three, which is about intimidation. And intimidation does come under obstruction, even though it's an odd word. We do at Melbourne Netball call it intention. People get very reactive when they hear that. They're quite offended by it. It's not normal, but for the social reactions that we get, we try to then explain it. Look, the intention of you misbehaving to put a player off the game is not permitted in the sport. And you'll hear things like, we'll go into a video about it, but you'll hear things like ha, or clapping, or saying something just as someone's trying to shoot a goal to put them off their play. So that's the quick thing that you need to be able to define, and you'll get used to the rhythm of it. So long as you're actually able to apply this SEER method of contesting, interference, and ruling, getting into that mental habit will become very, very easy to define what's occurring in front of you when you're watching, which is something that a player never ever does.